It's the end of the month, so let's take a look back at how things have gone. Hello, fellow geeks, and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather, and I am glad you are here today because it's time for the monthly update. This is the time at the end of every month where I stop and take a look back at how training has gone, any races and medals that I may have gotten, anything new I may have tried. I'm also going to give you a monthly Spotify playlist drop if you are looking for new music to listen to while you run. So we're going to get things started like we always do by taking a look at training. It is the first full week of March, and as of the recording of this video, I just ran the Little Rock Half Marathon yesterday. So we are going into this week with my coach letting me make decisions on how best I need to recover. So what I'm going to be doing is today I am just a little sore, so I am taking a nice walk to just kind of flush everything out of my legs. I'm going to very slowly build up some running up to a 1 hour long run for this weekend on my birthday, and we're just going to be focusing on just recovering as best we can, not trying to overdo it. We're going to have another week of taper next week, and as of today we are starting another 30-day challenge, so I've got to do a little bit of that as well, so stay tuned for the video. And yeah, as of today, like I said, just a little bit sore, a little tired. I really think some more rest over the next day or so is going to help fix things, but I'm in much better shape than I normally am after a half marathon, so there is that. But we're going to call it good for today. We're going to take things easy this week, and I will see you after my birthday long run. And here we are for another week in March. Had an absolutely fantastic long run for my birthday yesterday. I'll have a link up here. I actually did a video on my long run, so if you want to check that out. But looking at what we have planned for this week, I will be filming all of this week, so if you'd like everything in a little more detail, then I will have a link in the description so that you can follow along with what's going on this week. But it's mostly going to be just a well-rounded week of training. We're going to do some easy runs, some conditioning, a little bit of speed work. We are just making sure that I am keeping my legs moving before we start next week's taper, before the Race to the Cave Half Marathon in Alabama. So that is where we're headed for the week. I'm mostly looking at the speed session because that's probably going to be the hardest workout for the week. That's going to be making sure that I can handle some short bursts of speed with some recovery. So that's where we're headed on that one. That's probably the hardest run this week. I am going to have some longer easy runs and a couple of short easy runs follow with some longer conditioning sessions. So working on that in conjunction with my 30-day fitness challenge for the month. So that is my plan for the week. Hopefully I'm going to do a 2 hour long run. I do have the possibility of maybe doing a 5K. Don't really know. We'll just see how things shake down for the weekend. I will let you know what I've decided when I catch up with you next. And another week has gone by. Last week was kind of a rough week training-wise, just because I was dealing with a lot of muscle soreness, but I feel like I've kind of turned a corner, and thankfully this is a taper week, so a little bit easier this week, and got mostly easy runs, an extra rest day, including today, which I'm using to just go out and get a nice short easy run. And of course I'm going to have a speed workout, which is going to be a little bit different than I would normally do, so I'm going to do a separate video on that. So it should be out by the time this is up. Link up here if you have missed it. But everything is gearing towards being ready for half marathon this Saturday in Alabama. I can check another state off of my 50 states list. And it's just a cool race that I know a lot of people around here have done and really enjoyed. So I'm looking forward to it. Should be a really neat experience. Again, should be done by the time this is out. Link up here. if you have missed it, and it will also be in the description. So that's the plan for this week. Catch you on the other side of the half marathon. And we're back for another week. So had a great week of taper last week. Ended up with a half marathon in Alabama, so check another state off the list. And actually all of this training and the extra workouts and everything have been worth it. I am recovering a lot more quickly, and I don't know, I'm just noticing different things now that I'm toning up some long neglected muscles. So we're back for a recovery week, and I was to use yesterday as a complete rest day, which I did, along with a little bit of yoga and stretching, which I sorely needed. And then first few days of this week, it's a walk, an easy run, and then another walk. I'm gonna do a short speed workout, another easy run, and then long run for the weekend, depending on how I feel, anywhere up to 2.5 hours. So that's the plan for the rest of the week. Things are going well. I'm learning, I'm adapting, and the weather is starting to warm up. So although it's not very sunny, it's overcast and breezy today, there are sunny days ahead. Looking forward to that. I will catch you later. And that brings us to the end of the month. So it has been a little bit of a challenge this month, and that's mostly because I have taken on physical therapy and trying to condition my body a little bit better. I'm paying more attention to things that have been very long neglected in my body. And so that's been a real challenge when you couple that with a 2-week turnaround time between 2 half marathons. So this has been kind of a balancing act for me, especially when you put life and family and all of that in with the mix. It just gets a little bit crazy. And so trying to take things in chunks as best I can. The only way that I can get through everything is look at what is the next thing that I have to get done. One of my non-negotiables on what has to get done today. And it's been a challenge. I'm not going to lie. I am mentally very worn out right now. I need a break, and there are no breaks coming up anytime soon because I have just so much going on. But I mean, that's life. And like I said, all you can do is just handle what is the next thing that has to get done and what are the things that must get done today. I have been very diligent on making sure that I stay on top of physical therapy, stay on top of conditioning, my 30-day challenge, making sure that I am consistently getting my runs in. I don't want to let myself down. I realize that if I miss a run, nobody else around me is going to be disappointed, but I will feel lost if I don't get some sort of forward motion in over the course of a day. And so that has been really the focus, is just trying to get everything done in a timely manner. And this sometimes means that I have to cut things a little bit short in order to move on to something else, but at least I'm getting something in. And that's really been the name of the game lately. I'm feeling good about going into April. I do realize that there is more work ahead of me, and don't worry, I am going to have a video soon about my physical therapy, why I'm in it, why some other people may not realize that they need it, but we'll go into all of that later. I am still keeping up with getting things done as they need to get done and finding ways to get it done and just really relearning what it means in order to be fit around running and not just the running itself. So this has been a very educational month for me, and I'm very grateful that it happened. Now, as far as what is coming up on the race calendar, I do have a 5K that is coming up in April. It is one that I run every single year, and that is the Stride to Prevent Suicide 5K that benefits the Dr. Robert Elliott Foundation. They provide support for survivors of suicide and provide resources for people that are dealing with depression. Just a very, very great cause that I am very happy to work with every year. And this is a very low key, very hometown race. There's no official chip timing or anything like that. But it's one that I feel is important. And it's one that made me want to get into running in the first place. And so I am going to have a video about that. So make sure that you stay tuned. Looking back at the races that have happened over the last month, the first one is going to be the more recent one. And that is the Race to the Cave, which was in Woodville, Alabama. This is the medal for that. I've been looking forward to this for a while. It's been on my to-do list for a while because I know a lot of people around here have traveled all the way to Alabama in order to run it just because it's beautiful. The last approximately mile and a half is in Cathedral Cavern. And so you are running in a cave and it's stunning. Before that, you're running through beautiful Alabama countryside. It is definitely worth the trip. And so I was able to check Alabama off of my 50 states list with this. Definitely would run this one again. If you missed the video about that, then make sure that you check the link in the description. And of course, earlier in the month, I ran the Little Rock Half Marathon along with some other friends from online. This was the medal for that. Very, very big and heavy medal. You should see the marathon medal. It is absolutely, it's the size of a dinner plate, but this is the half marathon medal. That was a really, really fun race. They really do lean into the theme every single year. Obviously this year it was a dinosaur theme. They always have great shirts. They have aid stations themed around everything. They have posters. People in the neighborhood will come out dressed up for the theme. So it is definitely worth the run. And again, if you would like to see my report on that race, make sure that you check the link down in the description. As far as anything new that I have tried this month, I did have a new racing outfit that I tried out. And if you watch the videos for the half marathons that I did wear the same costume for both races since they were both cave themed. Then I went with a cave woman outfit for each one, and that is where I used this. This is the women's tennis and golf dress by Soothfeel, and this is it right here. It has these, and then it also has matching shorts to go underneath. Now there are pockets on both sides of the shorts, and there are pockets on both sides of the dress as well. So you have lots of options for stashing things in different places. It is moisture wicking. It is very comfortable. I'm very glad that I got this. I'm going to put a link down below to an Amazon page where you can check this out if you would like to get it for yourself. It comes in a ton of different colors and a bunch of different sizes. So if you are looking to get something like this to run in, then check that out below. And finally, what is going to be coming up next on the channel? Of course, I am going to have the race report for the Stride to Prevent Suicide 5K. I am also going to have another episode of Run the USA. We are going to be taking a look at races in Oklahoma. We are also going to have another 30-day challenge that I have taken on, and I will be giving you some information about that. I'll also be giving you a little bit of information about physical therapy, why I'm in it, what it's doing for me, and why physical therapy may be something that you need to check out for yourself. And as we do every month, I'm going to have a link down in the description below for a Spotify playlist. If you are looking for new music to listen to while you run, maybe for a shorter run or for a 5K, there's going to be about 10 songs. Usually I put it around some sort of a theme, so make sure that you check that out. You'll also find a link to all of the songs that have been chosen for playlists this year in one big complete mega list. There's also going to be a link to Welcome to the Geek Den, which is a running playlist that is put together by you, the runners. If you have anything that you would like me to add to that list, make sure that you drop those down in the comments below. So that wraps things up for this month. I want to know how your month has gone. Why don't you let me know how your training is going down in the comments below? Maybe let me know what races you have coming up or what races I need to put on my calendar. Don't forget that you can subscribe to this channel and it keeps you up to date on all the running content I have coming out all the time. Just click that link down below and it doesn't cost you a thing. You can even give this video a big thumbs up. Both of those things get me out to more runners just like you. You could also follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description. You can find me across all platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. Thanks so much for joining me for another month. I'm so glad you could be here. Remember to laugh hard, run fast, and be kind. I will see you later.